Al in Mobile, you have a question. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, Al.
All right. If I'm in a car accident and I'm not at fault, and the person hit me caused broken bones, and it may take me a year or two maybe before I could recuperate and go back to work, who's liable for my medical bill?
Al, that would be the person who hit you and who was, who was responsible for causing the accident. But you bring out a good point. A lot of times I think if you see a lot of these lawyers who advertise on TV, part of their hook to get you in,
shtick.
They like to talk about, hey, it's fast and it's easy. Well, that might be, and you probably don't have a real big case if that's what you're dealing with. But when you talk about having broken bones or maybe having a ruptured disc in your neck or your back, it could take a better part of a year. It could take several years for you to work your way through all the medical treatment you need if you have to have surgery and recuperate from that surgery. So you need, before you do anything and before you try to get any kind of compensation as a result of your accident, you've got to make sure that you've walked yourself through all the medical care that's available to you and that your doctors have told you, hey, Al, you might not be where you were at the beginning of this journey we're on, but I've done everything I can for you medically. So you're as good as you're going to get medically, and I'm going to release you. That's the point where you try to resolve your case.
Yep.
And sometimes in Alabama for a car wreck, you have a 2-year statute of limitations, and sometimes you're going to bump up to that. So you might have to file the lawsuit just to protect yourself before you've actually reached what they call MMI, maximum medical improvement. But if you're fast and easy, if you've got a serious injury, there's typically really nothing fast or easy about it. That's going to take a lot of work,
right.
And it's going to take your doctor doing everything they can for you, and then, we
right.
link everything up.
And Russ brings up a great point. How many commercials have we seen, one call, that's all, or one click, that's it, or get a check, it's just that easy? It's not that easy, okay? What these commercials are trying to do, they're trying to get you to call, they're trying to get your business, and it's like a used car salesman a lot of times with some of these commercials, just trying to get you in the door. But it's not that easy if you have a serious injury, and just like Russ said, every case is different, and these cases may take a month, they may take a year, I've got a case right now that's been going on for three and a half years because the injuries are so bad, and it's still in litigation because we can't settle it right now because we can't get the insurance company to settle for what it's worth. And we're not going to settle for less than what it should settle. And some places, they want to get you in, they want to get you out, but you don't want to do that. And another thing is, like Russ mentioned, typically the statute of limitations is 2 years, but if you have uninsured motorist coverage, it extends up to 6 years. So talk to a lawyer, first and foremost, and see what he or she says to find out what your options and your rights are. Don't just listen to these talking heads that you see on TV, including, here we are talking heads on TV, but these commercials you see a lot of times that are just, snapping their fingers and talking about how easy it is. It's not that easy.
What about if you have a situation where you have been injured in an accident and you're trying to settle, but your condition worsens? How do you kind of freeze that moment in time? I know you said try to anticipate or try to go through all the medical cycles that you can, but sometimes things could get worse while you're trying to make that settlement. Do you guys then just try to put the settlement on hold to see how does that work? Yeah, well, it's again, kind of what we were talking about. I've had several people, they'll come in and, hey, I don't think we had one guy who was actually in an accident in Tennessee. Okay, he's from Mobile, sandwiched between two 18-wheelers. And if you saw his car, you would think, how did anybody even, one, I don't even know if that's a vehicle. It's so messed up. How did he even survive? And he walked into our office. Didn't appear to be hurt that bad. Well, that was 6-8 months ago, okay?
He's now had a cervical fusion, okay? He's looking at a second one, and he's had complications from the first surgery, okay, where he's lost the ability to speak because of damage to his vocal cord. So all of this has...
It's related to that accident.
It's all, the snowball has gone downhill. You know, we filed that lawsuit, but we're not in a position to resolve that lawsuit.
And once you file the lawsuit, it stops the statute of limitations.
That's the thing you want to do. Then you want to make sure that you've got your place in line, basically.
You've got to protect yourself there. And then you have to push your case forward. You know, we have really good judges, but they've got crowded dockets, so you've got to push your case forward. But they understand when, from a medical standpoint, you can't, you're just not there.
All right.